Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee, and this is Jay Lee's Corner. And this is another edition of Conversations on Jay Lee's Corner. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. You know, it's wonderful when you have a short work week due to the holiday. You know, people being off on Monday. So have a great Thursday, people. Have a great Thursday. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and mug out my whole J-Buds. Okay. Green mean go all day. Okay, and all that good shit. So, so this morning I was getting up for work or whatever. I'm like, oh, a 45-minute interview with Lena Waithe. Okay, so Lena Waithe officially gave her statement. Honey gave a whole 45-minute interview on the Breakfast Club. She was talking with Charlamagne the Guy over the phone, mainly because, you know, different outlets and different blogs and different sites, okay, has seemingly been blaming Lena, you know, saying that she picked sides and she picked Jason and she didn't fire Jason quick enough, and, you know, why didn't she do this and why didn't she do that? And, you know, there's a lot of accusation on Lena Waithe about Jason Mitchell being fired finally from the Chi after being accused of being inappropriate with other actresses on the set. So, again, it was 45 minutes. Okay, now I just watched it. I just finished watching it maybe 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to get the key points. You know, you don't have to watch, well, you can watch the whole 45 minutes. I will say this. I completely understand exactly what Lena was saying. For the most part, Lena was like, look, yes, I created the Chi, and yes, I took the show to Showtime. However, I don't have the absolute power to get someone fired or to get someone hired. I can only give a little bit of input here or there, but it really goes back to the studio people or whatnot. So she admitted that, like, I have, like, some power here and there, yes, but I don't have the end-all absolute power about certain things. I can, however, give my opinion to sway things left or right here and there, whatever. So she brought that up. Now, I have some notes. I'm going to try to look at my notes because I'm not in full traffic right now. If I can find my phone. But, you know, the one thing I'll say that she said that I completely understood was it wasn't that she ever knew what he did and ignored it. It was not a thing about her, you know, letting Tiffany leave to keep Jason on the show. That had nothing to do with it. So, you know, we also know the showrunner for season 2, Ayana, came out and was like, well, you know, Lena knew because she told me when I was hired, you know, she made me aware of the situation. So, you know, she knew blah, 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 blah. So, you know, which in turn kind of makes it seem like, well, you know, she kind of tossed up under the bus a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Little throw. So, I can't read this shit. It's too much. It's too little. She said, yes, she was made aware of some inappropriateness. Now, what I can tell from her interview was, because nobody's ever said what actually happened, but one part of the interview was when she said, I want to make sure that no other actress on my set feels uncomfortable. She's like, I have the other shows. I would never want any of my other actresses feeling uncomfortable during the sex scene. So it led me to believe Tiffany and Jason had a sex scene that he made her feel uncomfortable during the sex scene. Because I feel like, why would Lena Waithe say that part? You know, unless that had something to do with it. You know, Charlamagne also brought up her comment that she made in 2018 about, you know, if somebody wants to be inappropriate on my set, you know, we're not going to stand for it. You know, eventually you'll get shot up and you'll just die on the show and we'll keep it moving. She said, yes, that was in direct response to the accusation, to the situation that was happening on her set. Because at that point in time, she was aware of it. Now, what she said was, she said what she did. She said she found out after season 1 wrapped that Tiffany felt uncomfortable. She said her and Tiffany had a whole conversation about what happened. And so Lena, of course, as she said, I don't have the power to fire anybody. However, we had to do some things, contract-wise, corporate-wise, okay, just the rules of the game-wise is what happened. She said that is why she brought in Ayana to be the showrunner for season 2. She said people don't realize she was not on sets. She runs her sets differently. The showrunner is who handles the day-to-day things. She said my direct action to try to help the set. She said I told Tiffany I want to make set life better. I want it to be ran a certain way. I want to protect everyone and make sure that everyone is, aware. Because I think at that point, it wasn't as bad as it got. I think when they first talked about it, it wasn't an ongoing thing. It was a situation that happened. And so that was, Lena's trying to fix it. Let me talk to Tiffany. Let's make, some rules and regulations be going on the set. She said season 1, there was a white man who was a showrunner who allowed shit to happen. She said, so what I did was I brought in a black woman to try to make things better, to run the day-to-day situations. She said they also had training. They had a conversation with HR before season 2 even started being shot. She said there was meetings with Tiffany, with Jason, with HR, with people that's supposed to be met with, okay? They had all the people involved, including Tiffany and including Jason. Lena said she wasn't even really privy to what was going on because that's all HR issues. Again, she's a showrunner. She's a writer. She's an EP. She don't work for Showtime in that capacity, okay? So she said, from there, that's what was done. They had Tiffany, Jason meet with people. They had sexual harassment courses and seminars for the staff, which means the crew, the writers, the actors, all of them attended to say what's right, what's wrong, what we're not going to put up with. All of that was done because Tiffany and Jason came to they had a conversation that, things would not happen a certain way anymore. Tiffany and Jason both agreed to come back for season 2 because things were handled okay. They were handled. So Tiffany herself felt okay coming back for season 2. Period. Because again, we don't know what happened during season 1, but I believe it was a sex scene that he made her feel uncomfortable. So at that point in time, it was just her saying something happened. They handled it. Okay, she said it was handled. So much so they both came back to the show for season 2. And there was this new showrunner for season 2. Lena said, I wasn't around like that. I brought in somebody to do my job for me. Someone who looked like me, who I thought would do the job like me. But, when you want things done right, do them yourself. Okay, she says her one regret is that she was not there. Okay, and that she allowed or let someone else do a job that she should have been doing, or that she should have at least, checked up on things. She says, so season 2 started shooting, and initially there were no incidents. Things were going fine, as she was being told, because guess what? She wasn't there. So, she said she then got a phone call or had some kind of conversation, a phone call, email, or whatever. Some correspondence from Ayana, the showrunner, who said, okay, things have been going good, not so much anymore, okay? It's some more of the same bullshit with this person. And we know that's what her saying. She had then felt the wrath of, Jason Mitchell's monkey ass shit that he be doing, okay? And she told Lena said, she told me there's some issues, but right now it's out of our hands. It's an HR issue right now, so don't worry about it. Lena says, I regret not worrying about it. I regret not doing more when I was told things weren't good, but that things were being handled and that it was an HR issue. She said, I took my showrunner at her word. She said, that was my mistake. Period. Okay, period. So she brought up how, she, again, her and Tiffany had a conversation, and she said it was Tiffany's decision to leave the show. It was never a thing about the option being, keep either Tiffany or keep Jason, and her decision was, I'm going to keep Jason. She said that was never the issue. She said Tiffany wanted to move on, and so because she was so supported and no one wanted her to be somewhere where, one, she felt uncomfortable or she had bad memories of this bad thing going on, but two, you know, it was her choice to leave. Regardless of what was going on with Jason, Tiffany wanted to move on and wanted to, you know, do other projects. And she's saying she's now doing other things. She's moved on with her life. She deserves, you know, privacy. You know, she wants to move on from the situation. She said that she has not talked to her directly since all of this has came out, mainly because Tiffany trying to move on from it. She don't really want to, you know, talk about it or whatever. She brings up how she is, you know, she has a relationship, she's friends, or at least friendly, with Tiffany's fiance, who plays on Dear White People. And, you know, she said, me and him have had conversation here, you know, friendly conversation. It hasn't been about this, because, again, they trying to move on from it. They both don't need to be drugged into the bullshit of it all. So, you know, we had that part of it. So, I appreciate her saying how people were making it seem like, oh, she picked Jason over Tiffany. And she said that isn't the case at all. Tiffany chose to leave, period. Tiffany wanted to do other things. They could have held her back and kept her on set. They could have made her stay, period. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. They let her do what she wanted to do. But however, getting Jason out was already, you know, in the process of happening, because he kept doing shit. Lena also said, you know, before he was let go, when things happened at the end, when she found out, I think, at the end of season 1, she's like, I talked to him, and I told him, you can't do that shit, bro. Like, you can't do it. She said, but everyone tried to, you know, they tried to fix it. And Tiffany even agreed things were handled okay, or was handled enough for her to agree to come back for season 2. Again, they wanted Tiffany to feel, you know, protected. Let's say that. Now, people can say, well, the way to protect it was to remove him. We don't know what did he make an inappropriate comment one time? Did he, you know, touch her butt? Like, what did he do? We don't know what happened to where she was like, okay, we've had this conversation. He know he was fucked up. He can't do it no more. And let's move on. We're going to all just move on and still do the show. And that's what it was. So, again, Charlamagne was like, do you feel like Ayana kind of, you know, she kind of tossed you up under the bus. And she said, well, you know, I will always stand by our black people, even if they don't stand by me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Meaning Ayana tossed her up under the bus, but she's like, I'm not going to do that to Ayana. She said Ayana was hired for a reason. She didn't deny that she told Ayana what's happening. Mainly because she's like, that's why I brought you in, to handle it, to make sure that the set is a safe place for everyone. That's what a showrunner does. That's why I was like, fuck that white man who was here on season 1. Get his ass up out of here. The power I have, I was able to get a black woman to try to protect a black woman. Try to fix the shit. And I said that in my review yesterday. I said, I feel, was it yesterday? Or maybe day before yesterday. I said, I feel like what they did was they tried to give him a second chance. Because again, we can't be just tossing people away for one mistake. However, the reason he got tossed away now is because they then realized, oh, it ain't one mistake. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. She also brought up the issues of him being let go on Desperados, the issue of him being let go by his management, all that, his team, all that. She said that had nothing. She's like, I don't have any idea what any of that is about. Because again, I'm not privy to any of that stuff. She said she felt like people are making her the culprit because they know Lena Waithe's name. And so let's blame her for not doing enough, not knowing what she even, like she said they put me in positions, or they're thinking I have power that I do not have. She also brought up The Chi was my first show. It was my first time doing things. And, you know, because Charlamagne asked her, do you think the way you handled it, because she said she wished she did more. But he said, do you think the reason that may have been was because it was your first time doing the show and even having the situation, so you didn't know what to do? And she said, yeah, this was my first show. I didn't know what to do in full. I didn't have full power. I did what I thought was best for everybody, and I wish I would have done more. I wish I was around more. I wish I was on the set more. She said, because on my sets, when I'm on the set and I'm running shit, that ain't gonna happen because I don't put up with it. She also brought up how she had never, even though she heard the accusation, she said that was not her experience with him. And she said, when I talked to him, I told him, you can't treat women any kind of way. You have to treat them with the same respect that you treat me, because you don't treat me fucked up. So her thing was, I had a conversation with him, again, trying to fix. She talked to him and she talked to Tiffany. She did, I feel like she did what she did. Jason is the one who fucked up. Period. Now, he asked her, would you ever work with Jason again? And she said, no, I would not, because I don't condone it. I do not condone it. I think, again, people were taking a situation, not knowing any conversations that was had, and was making it seem like, oh, Lena, why would she be supporting him? And that she was saying, no, I don't. She said when the studio came and said, we think we're going to let him go and not pick up his contract, she said, I agree. I 100% support you. She could have easily said, no, let's keep him. Let's give him another chance. Why? Because Tiffany was already on. And she said, no, I supported him being taken off the show. I don't want to work with him again. But again, I didn't have the power to just wholeheartedly fire him. It's more involved than that. Period. It is. So that's the reason if you at work and you working and you late a few times, they don't fire you initially. They give you there's a process before they can fire you. Especially when you have a contract. There's a process that has to happen before they can fire you. Even if something has happened, they have to investigate it. Okay, so that's what was done. And again, I can appreciate Tiffany trying to be a professional and, trying to give Jason a second chance herself, because she didn't have to. She could say, fuck that, fire him. But even Tiffany agreed to come back on to season 2 because things were handled in a way that she felt comfortable. But when she came back for season 2, he kept up with the bullshit. And they didn't renew his ass for season 3. So, again, Lena said that she would not work with Jason again. She said, he is not welcome back to the Shy, even though Tiffany has an open door policy. If she ever wants to come back, she can 100% come back. Now, she didn't say how they gonna kill Jason off or how he gonna lead the show, but she said they getting started on season 3 and people have to finish watching season 2 and then they can get into season 3. But she said, the Shy is 100% an ensemble cast, and we don't want anyone feeling like what I appreciate her saying was, people kept acting like, okay, Brandon is the show, his character. She's like, the show is not about Brandon. It's about Chicago. It's about people in Chicago. It's about Papa. It's about Kevin. It's about Emmett. It's about Duda. It's about Reg. It's about, all these people. It's about Jada and Miss E. It's all these people. And who knows who else they gonna introduce us to, this particular season. She's like, I appreciate her saying we not gonna and I feel like maybe Jason felt like he was the star of the show and they can't do it without him, and that's why he kept doing shit. But he learned, no, fool, you out. You're out. Okay, so again, she gave a whole 45-minute interview. I could not touch on all the points of what she said, but again, feel free to go check out the Breakfast Club's interview. That's on YouTube if you want to see the whole 45 minutes. But I just summarized everything she said. Yes, she knew about it. She tried to fix it. She never chose his side. She stands behind it. She said Tiffany is a wonderful person who deserves to not be drugged into the bullshit of it all, because she wants to move on with her life. Period. Okay? And I can appreciate her saying, like, I don't want to work with him again. What he did was fucked up. I told him he can't do that shit. She said, but the fact that he kept doing it is what pissed her off, and what is now things where she cannot work with him. I feel like had he not went back and done it again, he would have been on the show still, and she wouldn't say that he can't work with her, that she wouldn't want to work with him anymore. But I mean, bruh, you shot yourself in the foot by when they tried to give you a second chance. They tried to help, it be an educational moment, and you took that and just shitted on it. Completely shitted on it, and now your ass is without a job. So, clap, clap, clap for Lena. Clap, clap, clap for Tiffany. Fuck Jason Mitchell. I feel like, when Lena said, like, we gave him chance after chance, and he, not chance after chance, we gave him a second chance, and then he came back to the show and did the same shit. You know, it's all on him. Anyway, y'all, I'm at work right now. I just put up, so I will talk to y'all later. Everybody have a great Thursday. And remember, people do deserve second chances. However, when they fuck up them second chances, they ass gotta go. Okay? They ass got to go. Okay? Go where? The fuck from around here. Anyway, have a great day. And I will talk to you. I'm trying to park right now. Hold on. So I can give y'all a proper, peace out or whatever. So, have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.